Greetings, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. Welcome to your Tarot Vidoscope for May 2020 by LightWorker. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please remember to turn on the notification bell. This way you are going to be notified not only when I upload videos, but also when I get to go live. And there's two ways for those of you who would like to know more. I have already uploaded and done an Akashic reading, which is going to give you more information, not only for your sign, but I did one for each sign of the zodiac. And for those of you who are interested for download and purchase, the Akashic reading, the Vimeo videos, you may find them by clicking down here below in the show more description box. There's going to be a link that's going to take you to the Vimeo videos. And if you like to receive even a bigger extension of this reading, you may choose to join the membership program, and the readings that you're going to receive there are twice as long as the Vimeo videos. So you may either click in the click button right here, or if you notice, go down in the show more description box and you're going to find a link to join the membership program. Please keep in mind that these are general readings. If you do need to have your very own private consultation with me, please visit my website www.amalightworker.com and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. Thank you. So with that being said, allow me to focus on this reading for you today, Aquarius. And always remember to check out the video for your rising sign and moon sign, because you are going to get additional information. The general feeling that I am picking up for Aquarius May 2020 has to deal with new beginnings, but you also have to prepare for anything that may be going wrong. You also have to have like a backup plan. You in some ways raising your vibration. There's going to be a lot of changes, karmic changes, energy changes around you. It's going to feel like something was meant to happen. And it is also about, in the light of some news, some information, the destination, the direction where you thought you were going could be changing for the better. So in some ways, one aspect of your life or something that seems to be important for you right now could suddenly shift and change for the better. But it is also about communication issues from the past, current ones that are happening that are going to be highlighted. Something there will show up because it needs your attention or it needs to heal. So that was the general feeling. Now I'm going to break it down one by one. I'm going to take every card and I will tell you the meaning of the card first, and then I will tune in to hear what my spiritual team has to tell you about this card. The Fool to me it means taking a chance, a new journey with high hopes. However, please be very careful. You also need to have a plan A and a plan B. And at the same time, careful not to be taken advantage of. It also represents hope, faith, trust, contentment. It represents high ideals for a brighter tomorrow, and it represents choice and personal effort. So now allow me to tune in so I can hear my spiritual team, what my spiritual team has to tell you about this. For some of you, it is connected to courses, classes. And there's going to be a lot of focus for many of you into completing some course of study. It is about other Aquarians taking something that you are very good at and bringing that to a whole new level. Some of you are going to be looking into ways for you to train so that you can develop further a skill that you have, even developing further a hobby that you may have, some possibilities for you to either go to a new direction with your work, with your career, or to expand on your work and your career are going to show up. You are asked at this time to carefully analyze every choice or every opportunity being presented to you. In one way, you're going to feel that a huge burden is lifted off your shoulder. But I also get the sense that you may find yourself to work a lot harder than before. You may have to figure out how to work around a glitch that may happen. Could be a technological glitch, could be a glitch in communication, could be something that needs to be worked out in a written document, in paperwork, in agreements, or in anything that could be considered as legally binding at this time. I get a sense that you're going to have this reawakened joie de vivre. Joie de vivre. You just want to connect with what brings you more joy. Some of you are going to gravitate toward children, spending time with children. Other ones are going to gravitate towards reconnecting with the joy of your heart, your inner child, reconnecting with your own sense of creativity and with your own sense of intuition. Anything that you may be starting at this time, it feels like it's going to be a continuation of something from the past. I don't get a sense that this is going to be completely new off the ground. Maybe you had an idea, maybe you had a plan, maybe something had to be at a standstill because of the quarantine. So for some of you, it's going to feel like life or a project or something is picking up right where you left off. If you are thinking of moving at this time, make sure that you have a plan. Make sure that all the details are figured out because something will show up because maybe you didn't pay enough attention to it before. They're also telling me that somebody will be calling up your name. This could be in the workplace. This may be, you may be getting a shout out on social media. You are going to be noticed about something. You may be thinking, you may not necessarily immediately get in action, but you may be thinking, this is how I'm going to do this. Or I have another plan. This is what I'm going to do about this. There's going to be some sort of a shift because I have a sense that some of you, it's not only about feeling better emotionally, more grounded, okay, but it is about some sort of a change that has to deal with your physical appearance. The next card that you have is the High Priestess. So this is a very spiritual card. To me, it means waiting, learning, trade. It has an emphasis on finances as well, negotiations, public activities, public relations. It represents somebody who knows good and evil and is able to make a decision without being influenced by either parties. It represents somebody who attracts people who come to him or her for advice. Because this is a gender reading, I don't want to specify a gender. That's why I'm saying him or her. When you get this card, it also means that you are going to be getting help into any decisions that you may be dealing right now. It also represents a teacher that may show up for some of you. It represents matters of higher education and matters of higher spiritual pursuits. Pay attention to any signs, because what is being shown to me, they're showing me that spirit is going to work through you and for you. People that are going to show up in your life, people who are going to make a comeback, a reappearance in your life, these interactions are going to be important. Some of you Aquarians, they are showing me that you are going to be going through some sort of an extended healing process. This extended healing process, you may be focusing on exercise and diet, and over a long period of time. And you're going to come up with a plan about it. For other ones, they're talking about spiritual healing. You may be looking into past lives. You may be looking into past life regressions. You may be looking into integrating what life has taught you so far. So if this is you going through that process of integrating what life has taught you so far, what you have learned from your life experiences, you are asked at this time to be very gentle, very soft, and very caring and tender with yourself. Anything that you may be doing right now, if you're working on a project around the home, renovations, it feels like it's going to require some extra time. You are asked to be flexible with the time. So if you are the kind of person who has an agenda, or you have an appointment book, or you have a plan or a to-do list, you are asked to be a little bit more flexible, particularly in anything that requires time, in time-related matters. It is time for many of you to start looking into getting out of the way anything that needs to end, complete, put the last finishing touches at this time. Whether this is a book that you are working on, a project, anything that has to deal with a relationship-related circumstance, love matters, documents, paperwork of importance. I even get images of many of you retracing your steps. It's like going backwards, retracing your steps. Literally retracing your steps. But for some of you, it's going to be as a figure of speech. Anything that was suspended, denied, canceled, or at a standstill from your past will be in some ways returning between May, June, and July. The time frame is going to be different for all of you. This is a general reading. So between May, June, July, something from your past will come back, so that you may be given a second chance. Could be in regards to work, could be in regards to money, could be in regards to a relationship, a love-related situation. For those of you who were looking for a teacher or somebody to assist you in some ways, I have a sense that for some of you, this is a spiritual teacher. You may be taking courses, classes. You may be getting a reading. You may be getting a healing with somebody. Some of you may be consulting a coach, a trainer, a physical therapist, a nutritionist, an accountant, a lawyer, an immigration. I even get immigration costumes. I don't know what that means. So let me know if that's making sense to you. It feels like you are going to be consulting either with higher ups, you may be consulting with somebody who has a lot of knowledge, or you may be hiring somebody to do some work for you or to get a service from them. Whoever you end up hiring or whatever services you may end up paying, they're going to turn out to be right on point, and you're going to find them to be particularly very useful. Some of you are going to be proceeding or going through a divorce related situation. It's not new. It's not like suddenly you're going to be divorced. Please don't be afraid. But it feels like for those of you who had gone through this cycle, should a divorce or not, between May, June, and July, finally the decision is going to be clear to you, and you're going to decide to take action and finally get that document, that divorce being granted to you, or other circumstances that are related to the divorce, like spousal support, children's custody, the division or the sharing of finances and material wealth. I also have a sense that some of you are going to acquire at this time a stamp, an approval, a permit, a certification, something that allows you to move to the next stage, whatever you need to do, something that gives you the green light to proceed. The next card that you have is the Wheel. This represents The karmic wheel of your fortune suddenly will shift and turn, will redirect you, will shift the direction where you thought you were going in a different direction for the better. So again, it is about karmic events that are happening. To me, it also represents conflict of interest, unexpected new developments, important news, and changes that are meant to alter your course for the better. It also represents, in general, important news and information. For some of you, it feels like you may still be dealing with your personal demons. Anything that to you is a personal struggle. For some of you, the personal struggle could be how to figure out a solution about money. For other ones, it could be addictions. It could be past trauma, childhood trauma. It could be you may be very sensitive to the energy of other people and you may be trying to figure that out. Anxiety, fear. So everything that represents that it contributes to giving you more struggles. For some of you, it could be other people that present a blockage or that create struggles for you. I get a sense that a lot of you are going to notice some sort of a change in either the work environment, something is going to change, could be the furniture, could be the people, could be just the atmosphere around the workplace. For other ones, you may notice shifts and changes in the home where you live. It could be about remodeling, shifting and moving furniture around, repairs. It could be the energy around the home. Be ready to act immediately on something that may happen that is going to require your immediate attention. And that could be happening a few times throughout May, where you have to act immediately. Make sure that you do not panic. Panicking, it's not going to serve you right, and pay attention to where do you need to give immediate attention and not to waste your time over unnecessary details. Details are important, but not if you are giving too much time and importance to small little details that are not important. Some of you are about to receive news from a superior, a company, a CEO, a government branch, a government department. You are about to receive important news and communication. You may also be receiving important news and communication from the news. Maybe a politician, the leader of your country, they have some important communication at this time in regards to maybe changes into laws, amendments, something that will be passed into a law, things of that nature. They seems to be highlighted and they may be affecting you. The next card that you have is communicate clearly. To me, it means don't assume anything about others unless you have the full picture, unless you communicate with that person directly. But at the same time, don't assume that people understand what you meant, that people understood an email, a text message, a direct communication to them. So if you have to take your time to explain something more than one time, please do that. If you have to take your time to go over any important paperwork, go over a project, again, please do that. When you get this card, it also emphasizes your communication method. It needs to be extremely very precise right now. You are bound to have miscommunications. People misinterpreting what you said, you misinterpreting some information that you get, thus creating unnecessary panic. Where clarity needs to happen, it needs to happen. So you may be dealing with a fight, something being blown out of the proportion, as I said, miscommunications. If that's the case, even though this situation may have happened 2 months ago, 3 months ago, or maybe even in March, something will show up for you so that you can heal that communication. Where clarity needs to happen, clarity will find you. It doesn't feel like you have to do much about it, but something will redirect you to where the mistake is or the error is, so that you can fix it. Many of you are going to focus, in other words, on, also I get a lot of activities around your throat chakra, working with your voice, singing, uh, learning. For some of you, it could be about taking a communication course, learning how to do public speaking. For other ones, it's going to be about advertising on your behalf, a business that you may have, advertise on behalf of a company that you may have. So it feels like your throat chakra here is trying to expand and to balance. Many of you are going to be looking in alternative treatments, holistic treatments, spiritual ways, metaphysical. I mentioned earlier, God will be working through you and for you. Some of you may be channeling messages at this time, but also a lot of messages will be downloaded in your brain, maybe in your dreams. So pay attention to those signs that are particularly meaningful to you. There's the sense of change in the air, but at the same time, there's a certain sense of emotional heaviness that little by little it will clear. Okay, so give yourself more time for whatever emotional burdens you may be going through. Little by little, it will clear up. You may be having trust issues, who you trust, who you don't trust, where has, if anyone has been trying to deceive you in some ways, it feels like it will be pointed out to you. But I also get circumstances where some of you are going to be getting proof or catching somebody doing something wrong, betraying, cheating, and it feels like when that happens, it's going to facilitate a lot of things in your life, because you're going to be like, finally, that chapter of my life with this person is over. And I hope that this is making sense to you. Always go to the video for your rising sign and moon sign, because you are going to get additional information. And if you'd like to know more, you can always go to the Vimeo videos for download and purchase. The link is down here below for those of you who are interested. And if you'd like to get even twice as long expansion of this reading, you can always join the membership program. The readings there, the extension readings, are twice as long. Either click the join button, or if you notice down here below in the show more description box, there's a link for you to join. Please like, share, subscribe. Contact me for a private reading, lightworker.com, and I will connect with you next time. Thank you.